This is the Fender Japan Yngwie Malmsteen. Wait, it's not though. This Strat is an Yngwie adjacent model produced by Fender Japan in the early 90s. It's an ST72 95 DSC from 1993. I do actually have an early example of the Fender Japan Yngwie Malmsteen signature model from 1990, which I'll cover in another video. Back in the 90s, when I spent a lot of time in Japan, I used to see these brand new Strats in the shops that looked like YGMs, but with lower price points. If you can track down 90s Fender Japan catalogs, you'll see them in there. So even in the mid-80s, Fender Japan was doing these unofficial Ritchie Blackmore Strats with scalloped rosewood fingerboards, and I think the Yngwie models probably started a few years later. The first of these unofficial YGMs were styled on 1971 and 72 Strats with 3-bolt necks, but they had basswood bodies, scalloped maple fingerboards, and Fender Japan standard single coil pickups. Adhering to the Strat specs of the 70s, some of these had 7¼ inch radius fingerboards, which were vintage spec, but not really to my personal taste, so I never picked one up back then. This new addition, however, to my squad piqued my interest because not only did it have a 10-inch radius, which I really enjoy, but it already had Damasio pickups faithful to that period in Yngwie's career. If you break down the model number that I mentioned earlier, ST72 95 DSC, the ST72 is the style of the Strat it's modelled on, with the large CBS headstock and 3-screw neck plate. Unlike the equivalent YGMs of 1993, this one has a basswood body like the other lookalikes I mentioned earlier. So the 95 part of the model number marks the retail price of 95,000 yen at the time. Based on 1993 exchange rates, that would have been equaled about $860 US. The SC in the model number is for scalloped, obviously, and the D is for Damasio pickups. So you'll see scalloped models from this period with and without the D in front of the SC, depending on what pickups are in the guitar. In 1993, Yngwie was using Damasio HS3 pickups in the neck and bridge with an American single coil in the middle. On Yngwie's vintage Strats, I confirmed with a former associate of his that the center pickup was disconnected. Now, I haven't popped the pickguard of this one yet to look underneath, but going by the vintage magnet stagger on the bridge pickup, I think that one is a Damasio YJM with the HS3 in the neck. Now, the YJM pickup wasn't released until 1995, but I assume the previous owner of the guitar added it later. You can actually still get this pickup, but it was renamed the HS4 when Yngwie moved from Damasio over to Seymour Duncan. If you'd like to see a comparison between these pickups and the Seymour Duncan Fury pickups, let me know because I pretty much have two near identical guitars to compare them with now. So coming back to the official YGM Strats of this time period, they'd added a brass nut and a 4-bolt neck plate. They also had Dunlop 6100 frets, a single string tree, and bent steel saddles. I've got to say though that I really love this parallel model and I'm glad I could finally get one. It reminds me of playing my 1990 YGM when I first took it out of the box. The lighter scallop with the vintage frets is super comfortable, and even though it feels like a new guitar, I also feel like I've been playing it for many years, just from the first shred a couple of days ago. You'll be seeing a lot more of this guitar in the near future because I'm currently filming a video course with it called the Yng Way 2.0 Ultimate Edition. More on that later.